gracious to wait around as we go through these crazy Florida stories, but his role is so important. This is Taryn Pizer, and he's the CEO of Cadasys. And Taryn, we've been talking about mental health. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And man, are we really being pushed to the limits right now? Why is this something so important that we talk about? And, people are so embarrassed sometimes to talk about it, but we really shouldn't be.
Well, actually, the one bright spot of Corona is maybe we're on the way to destigmatizing mental health. Because in the past, everyone identified with it because they had a family member, a friend. And now those people are experiencing it for themselves. And particularly, and thank you for having me, because it's such an honor to be on during Mental Health Awareness Month of May. And my company is very focused, and we've been pioneers in the field of virtual care and focusing on those that are suffering from mental behavioral health issues that also have an exacerbated, because untreated mental behavioral health issues have exacerbated their chronic conditions. And as you age, both your mental behavioral health issues worsen and your chronic disease like cardiovascular, diabetes, pulmonary disease worsens. So this is mental awareness right now couldn't have come at a better time. And particularly in the state of Florida, it's obviously, what I'm excited about to be on your show is because there's the shelter-in-place restrictions are being lessened in Florida, there's even higher anxiety. I mean, there's huge anxiety right now across the country. In fact, roughly 45% of all adults, and all Americans actually, are saying that the fear and the stress is causing them mental health issues. And that's an incredible thing. 79% of Americans, according to a recent study, are saying they want their employer health insurance to offer telehealth virtual care like us. 79% of all Americans want them to be covered. So this is all coalescing right now at just such a critical time.
And Taryn, I'm curious, when most people think of mental health, they picture themselves laying back on the couch, expressing their fears and talking about their mom. But what you guys do is so much different. Are there aspects that are more positive or negative when you're doing the telehealth and they're actually in their own home and maybe a little bit more comfortable?
Well, it's a little different. There are telehealth companies like the Teledocs, the MD Lives, etc. And what's different about us, we're virtual care, so it's remote, it's virtual, it's over the phone, it's over video, it's whatever medium that someone is comfortable connecting with. But the point is to connect and engage. And when we talk about mental health, we're talking about depression, anxiety, substance use disorder, which includes alcoholism, but even goes further. And again, to get back to the elderly, but it's affecting all age groups, loneliness. Loneliness exacerbates also mental health issues, and then in return exacerbates the chronic disease. And then now we're going to be dealing with a whole new thing that heretofore was dedicated to war. Now we're going to experience, particularly the frontline people that are surrounded by so much mortality, we're going to experience PTSD issues, and the whole fear of being furloughed and being, you have going back to work? Will you have a job going back to work? Will you be exposed to, the virus going back to work? And what is your company's how will your company come out of this crisis? So all these things are just heightening the mental health issues and creating just tremendous levels of anxiety. I mean, anxiety prescriptions are up something in the neighborhood of 35-40% in the last month.
Yeah.
But that's good, because what we're focused on is the whole health of the patient and the member in the health plan, and we're focused on arresting the mental behavioral health issue, getting them care for their chronic disease. But now it's even more important, keeping them out of